Hello and welcome back to Sims 4 Survivor. This is Sims 4 Survivor Magnolia Promenade, the 46th season of Sims 4 Survivor. And we took a little bit of a break from our new era to do a rival season, sorta. Kinda, not really. We did like a coaches season. But the new era is back in full swing. We have a full newbie cast here, most of which are Sims that I made, two of which are actually pre-made Sims, which I guess we'll get to in a second. But without further ado, let's just introduce our cast here. First up, we have the Coupon Tribe. On this tribe, we've got Sarah Chavez-Ralston, the wife of Nigel Chavez-Ralston. She is a pre-made sim from Adventure Awaits, and there are like 3 pre-made sims that are in the game that have yet to compete on Sims 4 Survivor. So I was like, okay, the next 3 seasons, I'm going to be bringing them back one by one, just because I think it's kind of unfair that they don't get the chance to compete. I mean, these are not real people, but why not? It also saves me having to make a sim in one slot, so sure, it's fine. Sarah, she's here. Now we got here Evelyn Gansey. Evelyn was born in the 1800s. She is an elder, but she is actually immortal because she is a vampire. She lived a very long and luscious, luxurious life, decided that she wanted to keep the party going when she had entered her old age, so she sought out a vampire and got herself turned. Then we have Finley Hudson. Finley is an illustrator, and he also recently just got engaged to his boyfriend, so congratulations, Finley. His fiance might show up at some point, probably next season. Now we got here Janie Doris. Janie is just your average girl. She is here to represent the everyday person. Then next up we have Kennedy Harp, the only daughter of Isaiah Harp. So of course she's a bit of a trust fund kid. She is spoiled to death by her father, her billionaire father. She is a college student, but not really because she never really shows up to class. Instead, she just likes to party. Then we have here Lane Chambers, who is the father of Leanne Chambers, who competed on Windenburg a few seasons ago. Lane is a politician, quite a successful politician at that, and is married to a world-famous pianist, who I should probably be bringing onto a season in the near future. Then we have Luke Vasquez, if that's how that's pronounced. Luke is a sim that I made when I was trying to make a bunch of base game sims. He is a young adult, a bachelor, a bit of a geek, and kind of just a nice guy. Then we have Rashida Valentine, the leader, the club leader of the Hot Girls Club, and the final member of the Hot Girls Club to compete here on Sims 4 Survivor. Both Amanda and Tamara did pretty well on their respective seasons, so Rashida, maybe she can take the win here, take the crown. Being the leader, she has to show an example to her club members. Then we got Urab Hiran, who is a tech bro, kinda. He is like a new age CEO, very monetarily driven man. But kind of his opposite is Windsail, who is a mermaid. He has not really been exposed to a lot of human life. He is here to sort of dip his toes, pun intended, into the water of humanity, try to see if he can do it. This is probably not the venue to do that, but here he is. Then the other tribe we have here is the Discount Tribe. First up on this tribe, we have Tess Dyer, who is also a pre-made sim. The final sage, former sage to compete here on Sims 4 Survivor. We had Keisha, then we had Ethren, who won All-Stars 5. And now we have Tess competing here. Tess was the Sage of Untamed Magic, I believe, the mentor of Morgan Ember, who also won a season. So Tess is primed to do well here on this season. We'll see how she does. She is, of course, a spellcaster. Then we have here Barry Irving. Barry is a retired beekeeper. Although he still does beekeeping, he's just not doing it professionally. Now he's just doing it on his farm by himself, tending to his own bees. And he likes to visit his neighbors and trade goods with them. He would fit in very nicely into Hanford on Bagley, I guess. Now we got here Ben Short. Ben is the husband of Val Short, who just competed on last season. Of course, father to Andy and Sloan Short. He is very much a wife guy, very much a dad's dad. This man is a father, TM. Now we got here Clifford Soren. Clifford is the husband of Adeline Soren, who competed on Sixum. Father of 3, I believe, maybe 2. I don't fully remember, but here he is to compete. Then we got here Dante, who is an exotic dancer. Dante is obviously not his real name. That is his stage name, but he is here to compete under that name. And next up, we have Monday Tortellini. Monday is the eldest daughter of Miss Pasta, a teenager and a fairy, of course, same as her mother. Now we got Nathaniel Teal. He is a college dropout. He's trying to sort of find his way in life, and so he found himself here on Sims 4 Survivor. Now we got here Sandy Brandenburg. Sandy is kind of a shy girl. She's trying to break out of her comfort zone a little bit by competing here on Sims 4 Survivor. She is a bit of a book nerd. She likes to read, she likes to knit, she likes to be cozy at home, doesn't really like to party, doesn't really like to socialize. Now next up we have here Sharon Down. Sharon is the mother of Porter Down, who competed on, I believe, Sixum, was it? I don't remember. She is a stay-at-home mother and also very tired because she has like 3 children. Also newly a grandmother, so congratulations to Sharon. And then our final contestant here is Veronica Summerfield. Veronica is one of the neighbors that I made for Georgia Hillman in the Daily Girl series. We never really saw the Summerfields, but they were her next door neighbors. And she is the first of the Summerfields to compete here. Her husband probably will show up at some point. There you have it. That is our cast. We are going to be playing Nicaragua, because I think that's a very fun Brand Steel season. And there is going to be the Medallion of Power, but we're just going to ignore that. We're going to pretend it's not here because it's so irrelevant. And it goes away after like 3 episodes, I think. We are also, of course, playing on Magnolia Promenade, hence the name of the season. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the preamble I need to go through before we start. Actually, I think I'm going to pick a winner. Why not? I haven't done that in a while. I usually just do that at the merge, and I'll get back to it. I'll pick a new winner then, or maybe the same one. Who I would love to see win, I would love to see Monday win. I'm also kind of rooting for Evelyn. By the way, Evelyn is evil. I forgot to mention that, unfortunately, but she is also a vampire, so that kind of makes sense. But do I think they are going to win? No, I don't think so. I think somebody like Veronica is primed to win here, maybe like a Clifford. This is a very like parent-heavy season, parent-heavy cast. So I think the parents are going to link together. Maybe. We'll see. I probably should have not cast this many parents, but whatever, I did. So it's fine. But anyway, we're going to start the season off with episode number 1. On Cubon, nothing's really happening yet. But over on Discount, also nothing really happening yet. We do have idols hidden, by the way. Reward is going to go to the Discount tribe. Congrats to them. They get some fishing gear. But immunity is going to go to the Coupon tribe. They're showing up twice because of the Medallion of Power, but whatever. Coupon, they win. They're going to be safe tonight. What's going on their beach? We've got Kennedy and Rashida finding something in common, and they decide to form an alliance. It is Kennedy, Rashida, and they pull in Windsail. It does kind of make a lot of sense that Kennedy and Rashida would bond, to be honest. They kind of seem like a similar archetype, right? They're like hot girls who like to party. Not sure why Windsail is being pulled in, but sure, why not? They're not going to go to Tribal tonight, though, so this is not going to matter. But on Discount, what's happening? Nathaniel and Sharon, they have a major fight. We also have Monday with a major meltdown, and Tess impressing the rest of the team. So much so that she decides to form an alliance along with Barry, Ben, and Dante. All right, that's going to be a very strong alliance entering Tribal tonight. They're probably going to control the vote, and I think it might be Monday going out, which I hate to see, but I think it's going to happen. All right, we're at the first Tribal Council of the season. We got the Discount tribe here: Barry, Ben, Clifford, Dante, Monday, Nathaniel, Sandy, Sharon, Tess, and Veronica. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I will read the votes. First vote goes to Monday. 1 vote Monday. Second vote goes to Monday. 2 votes Monday. Third vote goes to Monday. 3 votes Monday. And the next one goes to Monday. And the next one goes to Clifford. So we got 4 votes Monday, 1 vote Clifford. And the next one goes to Monday. 5 votes Monday, 1 vote Clifford. And the next one goes to Clifford, actually. Okay. 5 votes Monday, 2 votes Clifford. 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Clifford. Okay. 5 votes Monday, 3 votes Clifford. 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Clifford. Okay. I thought it was going to be a Monday sweep, but apparently not. We got 5 votes Monday, 4 votes Clifford, 1 vote left. And the first person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade. It is, in fact, Monday. Monday, the tribe has spoken. She had that meltdown, and that was that. She's gone. Makes a lot of sense that the Alliance would want to get rid of her here. Also, I mean, her mother, she caused quite a scene on her season. So, yeah, you might as well just get rid of this now before any more of that mess enters this season. Makes a lot of sense. So it is Barry, Ben, Clifford, Dante, Nathaniel, and Tess who vote for Monday. And then Monday, Sandy, Sharon, and Veronica vote for Clifford. It's kind of split by gender here. And Tess is the only one who flips because she's aligned with the men at the moment. Okay, not looking great for the women. We move on to episode 2. On Cuban, what's happening now? We got Rashida and Kennedy with a medium bond. They now have this alliance with Windsail. Windsail and Finley have a small bond. And then we got nothing else going on here so far. On Discount, we have this new alliance. Sharon and Nathaniel, they don't like each other. They have a medium dislike now after fighting in the last episode. We got Tess and Dante with a medium bond. Tess and Sandy with a medium bond. Tess and Barry with a small bond. Tess and Ben with a small bond. And Veronica and Tess with a small bond. And actually Tess and Clifford with a small bond also. Tess impressing the rest of the team in the last episode. That pretty much solidified her as the power player of this tribe. Then we got Sandy and Dante with a mild dislike. And then just slight dislikes at the end here. Immunity is going to go to Discount Tribe. Congrats to them. They get also a tarp and fishing supplies. And 2 clues to the hidden immunity idol. So good for them. On Cuban, what's happening? Janie and Windsail have something in common. And Evelyn and Sarah have a minor disagreement. And then Windsail leaves the alliance. Okay. It was kind of weird that he was even in this alliance. And now he's gone. So not sure what that was all about. But whatever. It does kind of make sense, though. Windsail was bonding with Finley, and now he's bonding with Janie. So it makes sense that his game is sort of going in a different direction than this alliance here. On Discount, Sharon. She finds the idol. Congrats to Sharon. She probably won't need it yet, but good to have it. We also have Dante impressing the rest of the team. Sharon and Tess, they have a major fight. And the alliance, what's happening? Very sad. Okay, he's seeing Tess fight with Sharon. He doesn't like that. Decides that he's going to jump ship before they take it further here. But we do have a new alliance forming here. It is Ben, Clifford, and Dante. This seems to be like a daddy alliance. We got Ben and Clifford, who are both fathers. And then Dante, not sure what he's doing here. I guess he's daddy. We're at Tribal. We got the Coupon Tribe at their first Tribal. Evelyn, Finley, Janie, Kennedy, Lane, Luke, Rashida, Sarah, Urab, and Windsail. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. The first vote goes to Urab. 1 vote, Urab. Next vote goes to Lane. 1 vote, Lane. 1 vote, Urab. And the next vote goes to Lane. 2 votes, Lane. 1 vote, Urab. And the next vote goes to Lane. 3 votes, Lane. 1 vote, Urab. And the next one goes to Urab. So we got 3 votes, Lane. 2 votes, Urab. 5 votes left. Next vote goes to Urab. We're tied. 3 votes, Lane. 3 votes, Urab. Next vote goes to Urab. We got 4 votes, Urab. 3 votes, Lane. Next vote goes to Lane. 4 votes, Lane. 4 votes, Urab. We're tied again. And we got 2 votes left. Next vote goes to Lane. 5 votes, Lane. 4 votes, Urab. And 1 vote left. And the second person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade. It's Lane. Lane, the tribe, has spoken. Unsure why he's getting the boot here. Maybe for the same reason as Monday, where they saw Leanne being kind of a contentious figure on her season, and they were like, we can get rid of Lane. It's fine. We don't need that. We don't need that smoke. I also think it's possible that they're looking at all these like fathers on this season and they're like, we have to get rid of them because there's very likely that they're gonna link up, or like all these parents. Makes a lot of sense to take out Lane here. It is Evelyn, Finley, Janie, Kennedy, Rashida, and Urab who vote for Lane. And then Lane, Luke, Sarah, and Windsail, they vote for Urab. Does seem like Kennedy and Rashida are probably running this vote. They are the only alliance on this tribe at the moment. So yeah. We move on to episode 3. The tribes are even again. On Cuban, Luke, he finds the idol. Nice. We now have a final 2 between Kennedy and Rashida. They have a medium bond. Windsail and Janie have a medium bond. Windsail and Kennedy have a small bond. Then why is he leaving this alliance? That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Maybe he doesn't like Rashida. Luke and Finley have a mild dislike. Sarah and Evelyn have a mild dislike. Winsale and Finley have a small bond. And then Urab and Sarah have a mild dislike. And then just slight bonds at the end. On discount, we got Sharon with the idol. She just found it. And we got Ben and Dante in 2 different alliances. I didn't even realize that. They have one with Tess, and then they have one with Clifford. Ben seems to be more loyal to Tess at the moment, but Dante, he could go either way. We got Tess and Barry with strong bond. Dante and Clifford with a strong bond. Then we got Tess and Dante with a medium bond, Tess and Sandy with a medium bond, Tess and Sharon with a medium dislike after fighting in the last episode, Sharon and Nathaniel with a medium dislike also after their fight. Then we got Tess and Ben with a small bond, Veronica and Tess with a small bond, Nathaniel and Dante with a mild dislike, and Tess and Clifford with a small bond. Immunity is gonna go to the Coupon Tribe. They also get fruit and shit. Nice. On their beach, what's happening? We have Kennedy impressing the rest of the team twice. And so she's gonna form another alliance, but it's the same alliance except they pull in Finley. That is so funny. That's so random. Are they going to tribal? Who won again? Coupon won. No, okay. So they're not going to tribal. Anyway, I think this might be a very strong alliance. We do have the duo here, Finley and Winsale. They were bonding a few episodes ago. Winsale also likes Kennedy, so I don't think this is gonna break up. But Finley is sort of the odd man out here. On discount, what's happening? We've got Dante and Sharon fighting something in common. Tess and Veronica have a major fight. And then Barry and Sharon bond strongly. And Ben, he's injured, but don't worry about it. He's fine. He can stay. It's a pretty big episode for Sharon here. It was not looking great for her because she had those dislikes on the board. But now that she's bonding with Dante, Dante has these 2 different alliances. He's probably going to keep her safe. Veronica fighting with Tess is probably not good because I think her alliance might just look at Veronica and be like, okay, we can just snipe her out of the game. It's fine. So that's going to be my guess. I think she's going to be the boot here, but I guess we'll see. Let's go to tribal. All right, discount tribe. They're back here for the second time. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I will read the votes. First vote goes to Nathaniel. 1 vote Nathaniel. Second vote goes to Nathaniel. 2 votes Nathaniel. Third vote goes to Nathaniel. 3 votes Nathaniel. Fourth vote goes to Veronica. 3 votes Nathaniel, 1 vote Veronica. And the next vote goes to Veronica. We got 3 votes Nathaniel, 2 votes Veronica. Next vote goes to Nathaniel. 4 votes Nathaniel, 2 votes Veronica. And 3 votes left. And the third person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade. It's Nathaniel. Nathaniel, the tribe has spoken. Veronica dodges a bullet here. I thought it was going to be her, but she somehow survives. I guess Clifford probably didn't want her gone, and Dante and Ben probably side with him. So Tess kind of losing out here, although it's possible that she didn't even vote for Veronica. I guess we'll see. Not sure why Nathaniel takes the hit here. Whatever. He wasn't really doing anything, so it's fine. It is Barry, Ben, Clifford, Dante, Sandy, Sharon, and Veronica who vote for Nathaniel. Nathaniel and Tess, they are the Veronica votes. So Tess on the outs here, but it's also possible that she knew where everybody was voting and she just wanted to throw a vote on Veronica anyway after fighting with her. That would be my guess. We move on to episode 4. What's going on Coupon? We've got Luke with Idol. I forgot he found that. Kennedy and Rashida, they're in a duo. They have an unbreakable relationship. They also have this larger alliance with Winsale and Finley. And Kennedy and Winsale now with an unbreakable relationship as well. Okay. Kennedy and Finley also with a strong bond. So this alliance, very secure. Seems to be locked. Kinda. At least for now. Now we've got Winsale and Janie with a strong bond, Sarah and Kennedy with a medium bond, Luke and Kennedy with a small bond, Luke and Finley with a mild dislike, Sarah and Evelyn with a mild dislike, Urab and Finley with a mild dislike, and Winsale and Finley with a small bond. Finley seems to not be all that well liked, but he does have the alliance, so I think he'll be fine. I think Urab is probably going to be the boot if they lose, but anything can happen. He can still save his game. On discount, what's happening here? We got Sharon with the idol. We got these 2 alliances, Ben and Dante. They have Tess, and then they have Clifford in 2 different alliances. Tess and Barry now with an unbreakable relationship, which is funny because they're not really working together at the moment. Tess and Sandy have a strong bond. Tess and Dante have a strong bond. Then Dante and Clifford have a strong bond also. Sharon and Barry now with a strong bond after bonding in the last episode. Tess and Sharon, though, still with a medium dislike. And Tess and Ben with a medium bond. Veronica and Tess with a medium dislike. Sharon and Dante with a medium bond. Okay. And then Sandy and Barry with a small bond. Santi is kind of quiet, but she does have this bond with Tess, so I think she'll be fine probably. I do think it's interesting that Tess seems to dislike Sharon and also Veronica, I guess, but because Sharon is so well liked by everybody else that I don't think she's going to be able to get her out. Immunity is going to go to the discount tribe. They get grill stuff, I think. On the coupons, what's happening here? They're going to go to tribal tonight. We've got Kennedy and Sarah with a minor disagreement, and then Sarah and Urap with a minor disagreement. Ooh, that's not good for Sarah. I think she might take the hit here because Kennedy is kind of controlling this tribe at the moment. We also have a new final two forming. It is a Janie and Windsail. It does make sense. They did have a very strong bond. So Windsail kind of ramping up in power here on this tribe. I do think it's going to be Sarah or Urap here. Probably Sarah because she's fighting with Kennedy, but I guess we'll see. On discount, Ben and Tess. They bond strongly. All right, let's go to tribal. We got the coupon tribe back at tribal. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Luke, he stands up. He is going to use his idol on himself. Any votes cast against Luke will not count. I will read the votes. First vote goes to Luke. Does not count. Luke does not count. Oh, I didn't think he was going to get votes tonight, but okay. Luke does not count. Luke does not count. Wow, was he a consensus boot? Luke does not count. 5 votes negated. We are at a 9-person tribe. Next vote goes to Luke. Does not count. 6 votes negated. Luke does not count. 7 votes negated. Wow, he was a consensus boot. We got 2 votes left. Next vote goes to Evelyn. 1 vote, Evelyn. At the 4th person, voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade. It's Evelyn. Evelyn, the tribe has spoken. Idled out of the game by Luke. That's kind of crazy. Kind of sad to see her go. I was hoping she would do well, but also, like, she's an evil vampire, so how well could she feasibly have done? I don't know. But I did not expect her to get idled out of the game. I thought she would just eventually become, like, a consensus boot, but you know what? Evelyn, not the worst way to go out. It is Evelyn, Finley, Janie, Kennedy, Rashida, Urap, and Windsail who vote for Luke here. All of their votes get negated, and Luke and Sarah, they are the Evelyn votes. They definitely seem to be the 2 underdogs of this tribe at the moment. I'm surprised Urap is not taking the hit here, or Sarah really, but whatever. We're gonna move on to episode number 5. We have a twist. It's a tribe swap. So this tribe swap is a little weird. Kennedy and Ben are picked as leaders of their respective tribes, and they are going to pick 4 members from the opposing tribe to join their tribe. Ben picks Sarah, Janie, Urap, and Rashida, and then Kennedy is going to pick Tess, Dante, Sandy, and Sharon. So we have new tribes. On the new coupon tribe, we have here remaining Finley, Kennedy, Luke, and Windsail. Joining them are Dante, Sandy, Sharon, and Tess. Then over on discount, remaining here are Barry, Ben, Clifford, and Veronica. And joining them are Janie, Rashida, Sarah, and Urap. Interesting tribe swap here. Rashida and Kennedy are split up from each other. Sharon and Tess, they are stuck with each other now, which is fun. Tess is also in this alliance with Dante, so that is like a decent swap for them. But Dante does like Sharon, so I don't think he's gonna betray her. Maybe he can smooth things out between them. Tess did also like Sandy, so that is gonna be a vote in her favor. Luke is on this tribe also, and everybody here tried to vote him out. I imagine he might jump ship over onto the former discount members. But we do see Finley, Kennedy, and Windsail. They were in that 4-person thing with Rashida. They get to stick together. The discount swap, Veronica is very lucky here. She is split off from Tess, who she had that negative relationship with. So this could be a clean slate for her. Clifford and Ben, they stick together. Barry was bonding more with Tess than anybody else here, I think. And Sharon as well. So he gets kind of swap screwed a little bit. And Rashida definitely getting swap screwed here. She is split out from both of her alliances. Sarah could find some new legs here in this game on this tribe. And then Janie has been very purple so far. So we'll see if she like shows up in the game now that the tribe swap has happened. On coupon, we got Sharon with the idol, Kennedy by herself in the final 2, but she does have Finley and Windsail. We have Dante and Tess together, but Dante also split out from his 2 men in the other alliance. And then Windsail and Janie, I forgot, they were in the final 2, and they're split off. We have 2 unbreakable relationships. It is Windsail and Kennedy and Finley. That alliance here sans Rashida, so I think they're very locked in. Tess and Dante have a strong bond. Tess and Sandy have a strong bond. Tess and Sharon with a medium dislike. Luke and Finley with a medium dislike. And Luke and Kennedy with a medium bond, actually. Even though she just tried to vote him out. Then we got Winsale and Finley with a medium bond. Sharon and Dante with a small bond. Sandy and Dante with a mild dislike. Over on discount, we have Rashida split off from everybody. Ben and Clifford stick together. Although Ben is split off from Dante and Tess. And then Janie split off from Winsale. We have Urab and Sarah with a mild dislike. We have Clifford and Barry with a mild dislike. Urab and Janie with a mild dislike. Veronica and Barry with a small bond. Veronica and Clifford with a small bond. Sarah and Clifford with a small bond. And then just dislike bonds at the end. So this tribe, there's not really much going on so far. Anything could really happen. I mean, even Clifford and Ben, who are in an alliance together, they don't really have that much of a bond. They just have a slight bond. But that could solidify here, I guess. Reward goes to the Coupon Tribe. They get 2 hens and a rooster. And then immunity goes to also the Coupon Tribe. Good for them, they're safe today. What's going on their beach? We got Sandy and Tess with a minor disagreement. That's not great. I thought Tess was like Sandy's ticket to the merge, but Tess is not in like the best spot on this swap tribe, so maybe not. Rashida is also out of the alliance. Not sure really why. I mean, she is still like locking in with Kennedy, but she's also not on this tribe, so it's not like that unpredictable. It kind of makes sense. Kennedy also chilling at camp. On discount, we got Barry and Clifford with a minor disagreement. That's not good. They're going to go to tribal. Not really sure who's going to go out here. It could be one of them now that they're fighting. Maybe this is going to be like the deal breaker at tribal tonight. I don't know. Let's go to tribal. We got the swap discount tribe here. Barry, Ben, Clifford, Janie, Rashida, Sarah, Urab, and Veronica. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I would read the votes. First vote goes to Veronica. 1 vote, Veronica. Second vote goes to Barry. 1 vote, Barry. 1 vote, Veronica. Next vote goes to Barry. 2 votes, Barry. 1 vote, Veronica. And the next vote goes to Barry. 3 votes, Barry. 1 vote, Veronica. And the next vote goes to Veronica. We got 3 votes, Barry. 2 votes, Veronica. And the next vote goes to Veronica. We are tied. 3 votes, Barry. 3 votes, Veronica. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Veronica. 4 votes Veronica, 3 votes Barry, 1 vote left. And the 5th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Magnolia Promenade. It is Veronica. Veronica, the tribe has spoken. That argument was apparently not enough to flip the vote onto Barry, but Veronica, you tried it. She was a little quiet. She just fought with Tess and then didn't really do much outside of that. So I guess it kind of makes sense that she goes out here. She wasn't really bringing much to the table. It is Barry, Janie, Rashida, Sarah, and Urab who vote for Veronica. And then Ben, Clifford, and Veronica vote for Barry. Interesting. So I think the former Coupon members, they saw this like rift between Clifford and Barry and saw an opportunity to strike at the former discount members to make sure that they could take the numbers here. Instead of going with Ben and Clifford to vote out Barry, they go to Barry and are like, what if we take out Veronica? Very smart. We move on to episode 6, and we're going to do a double tribal tonight. On Coupon, Dante finds the idol, which was rehidden after Luke played his. So Dante now has 1, Sharon now has 1 on the Coupon tribe. Alliances are the same. Tess and Dante with a strong bond. Winsale and Kennedy with a strong bond. Kennedy and Finley with a strong bond. Were these unbreakable relationships in the last episode? What happened? I don't know, but anyway, Tess and Sharon have a medium dislike. Luke and Finley have a medium dislike. And then Luke and Kennedy with a medium bond. Winsale and Finley with a medium bond. Tess and Sandy with a medium bond. Even though they were fighting in the last episode. So that fight didn't destroy their relationship at least. And then Sandy and Kennedy with a mild dislike. And Sharon and Dante with small bond. On discount, what's happening here? Alliances are the same. We got Clifford and Barry with a medium dislike now. Sarah and Clifford with a small bond. Urab and Sarah with a mild dislike. Urab and Janie with a mild dislike. And then just slight bonds at the end. Not much going on this tribe, but immunity is going to go to Winsale on the Coupon tribe and Sarah on the discount tribe. And then we're going to do reward, I think. The winners from both tribes would then redo the challenge, this time for tribal reward and Coupon. They win reward. So they're going to watch the other tribe's tribal council. That also means that Coupon is going to go to tribal first, I think. I don't fully remember. Whatever. We're going to go to the Coupon tribe. What's happening here? We got Kennedy and Luke bonding slightly. Finley and Sharon find something in common. Dante and Sandy have a small fight, and that's it. I think Sandy's gonna be a consensus boot here, probably. That would be my guess. It kind of seems like nobody really wants to keep her around that much, aside from Tess, and Tess is definitely in the minority here on this tribe. On discount, what's happening here? We got Sarah and Urap with a major fight. They just don't like each other. Also, Barry and Janie with a major fight. Wow, this is crazy. Ben is also gonna leave the men's alliance for some reason. So he's not working with Clifford anymore. So it really could be anybody. Maybe Ben is seeing that Clifford and Barry having this dislike is sort of taking his game. And since they were on the outs in the last episode, he's like, okay, what if I distance myself from Clifford? All right, we're a tribal. We got the coupon tribe. They are going to be the first tribe to send somebody home tonight. Windsail has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I will read the votes. First vote goes to Dante. 1 vote Dante. Next vote goes to Luke. 1 vote Dante and 1 vote Luke. Next vote goes to Dante. 2 votes Dante, 1 vote Luke. And the next vote goes to Dante. 3 votes Dante, 1 vote Luke. And the next vote goes to Dante. What? 4 votes Dante, 1 vote Luke. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Luke. 4 votes Dante, 2 votes Luke. And the 6th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Magnolia Promenade. It's Dante. What? Dante, the tribe has spoken. Voted out with an idol in his pocket. Wow, he was blindsided. I guess he probably thought that his tribe would stick together, but Sandy was willing to take him out after fighting with him. Sharon was apparently willing to take him out. I imagine Tess probably voted with him, meaning Tess is definitely at the bottom of this tribe now. Wow, her game got completely flipped on its head on the swap here. This is kind of a massive play. Kind of shocked that he goes out here. I was kind of rooting for him. He was doing so well, but unfortunately, he does get taken out here. He did have that idol. He could have played it, didn't do it, and that is that. He's gone. Dante votes are Finley, Kennedy, Luke, Sandy, Sharon, and Windsail. And then Dante and Tess vote for Luke here. That does make sense. Tess does stick with Dante. She is also blindsided here. Pretty impressive. It definitely seems like the coupon members are gonna come out on top. I think we might be merging in the next episode, which is not gonna be great for the discount members. All right, we have the discount tribe here. Second tribal of the night. We got Sarah with a necklace. Cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I will read the votes. First vote goes to Janie. 1 vote Janie. Next vote goes to Clifford. 1 vote Clifford, 1 vote Janie. And the next vote goes to Clifford. 2 votes Clifford, 1 vote Janie. And the next vote goes to Janie. We're tied. 2 votes Clifford, 2 votes Janie. And the next vote goes to Clifford. 3 votes Clifford, 2 votes Janie. And the next vote goes to Janie. We are tied again. 3 votes Clifford, 3 votes Janie, and 1 vote left. And the 7th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Magnolia Promenade is Janie. Janie, the tribe has spoken. Really thought it was going to be Clifford because the coupon members have the advantage right now. But I guess Janie was fighting back at camp and they were like, you know what, we don't have to do this. Just get rid of her because they weren't really even aligned with her. She was only aligned with Windsail. It does kind of make sense that she goes out here. So it is Ben, Clifford, Sarah, and Urap who vote for Janie, which is funny because Sarah and Urap hate each other. They were fighting at camp, but then they vote together. That's funny. And then Barry, Janie, and Rashida are the Clifford votes. Let's go to episode 7. We do not have the merge, so we're going to keep going. The discount tribe, if they go back to tribal, we are 3-3 now. So that could be an interesting tribal. On coupon, Kennedy, she finds the idol. Good for her. Now Kennedy and Sharon have won. Alliances mostly unchanged. Actually, now that Dante is gone, both of his alliances are not really here. Although I guess Ben and Tess still have a final 2 now, or now have a final 2 now that Dante is gone. And that other alliance, it's just done now because it was just Clifford and Dante left since Ben left that. So the men on the discount tribe, they are crumbling. We now have Kennedy and Finley with a strong bond, Windsail and Kennedy with a strong bond, Luke and Kennedy with a strong bond, Sharon and Finley with a medium bond, Windsail and Finley with a medium bond, Tess and Sharon with a medium dislike, Luke and Finley with a medium dislike, Tess and Sandy with a medium bond, Sandy and Kennedy with a mild dislike, and then Winsale and Sandy with a small bond. Honestly, I think it might be beneficial for this tribe to throw the challenge, the immunity challenge, go to tribal, take out Tess to weaken Ben, because she could be the uniter of the former discount members, the original discount members. But I think without them, they will just scatter like bugs. On discount, what's happening here? We've got Urab and Sarah. They hate each other. Still voting together, though. We have Clifford and Barry with a medium dislike, Sarah and Clifford with a small bond, Rashida and Barry with a mild dislike, Sarah and Barry with a small bond, Urab and Clifford with a small bond, and then just type bonds at the end. Rashida has really lost control of the game here. She is not really doing anything aside from hating Barry, apparently. Not really sure what she's doing. She was doing so well on her original tribe. Reward is going to go to the coupon tribe. They get to go to a ranch. Nice. But immunity is going to go to discount. Maybe coupon took my advice and they did throw this challenge. I don't know. But either way, discount tribe, safe to 9. On coupon, what's happening? Kennedy and Luke, they bond slightly. And we have a new alliance. It is Finley, Sandy, and Sharon. That's random. It does seem like Tess is going to be the boot then. I imagine all 3 of these are going to vote for Tess. I imagine the other alliance that Finley is in is probably going to want to take out Tess as well. Because they like Luke. They can bring in Luke into that anyway. So it's probably going to be a unanimous Tess boot, is my guess. On discount, what's happening? We get Clifford and Sarah with small fight. And then Rashida with a major meltdown. This tribe is a disaster. I don't know what's going on. They are just fighting each other. They are having meltdowns. This tribe is a mess. All right, we're tribal. We got the coupon tribe here again. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Kennedy stands up. She is going to use her idol on herself. Not sure why. I think she is going to be pretty safe. I don't think she's going to catch a vote, but okay. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Sharon. One vote Sharon. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much exactly what I thought. Next vote goes to Tess. One vote Sharon and one vote Tess. Next one goes to Tess. 2 votes Tess and 1 vote Sharon. And the next one goes to Tess. 3 votes Tess, 1 vote Sharon. And the next one goes to Sharon. 3 votes Tess and 2 votes Sharon. And the next vote goes to the 8th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade. It's Tess. Tess, the tribe has spoken. Such an unfortunate run for her. She was on her original tribe, the main power player. She was doing so well. It was looking like she was going to be the one to beat. And then she gets swap screwed and loses her ally. And now she's gone. Yeah, unfortunate run for her. But you know what? Tess, you did have like 3 episodes to repair your game. And you just did not take that initiative that you needed to stay in here. So makes sense. It is Finley, Kennedy, Sandy, Sharon, and Winsale who vote for Tess. Luke and Tess are Sharon votes. Luke probably just throwing a vote on Sharon in case Tess has an idol, because they don't really know where the other idol is. Not sure why Kennedy is playing the idol. That makes no sense, but all right, whatever. We're moving on to episode 8, where we have the merge. This is the clearance tribe. And the people who make the merge are Barry Irving, Ben Short, Clifford Soren, Finley Hudson, Kennedy Harp, Luke Vasquez, Rashida Valentine, Sandy Brandenburg, Sarah Chavez-Ralston, Sharon Down, Urab Hiran, and Winsale. I also just noticed that Winsale is the only occult left. Because Tess is gone, Evelyn is gone, Monday is gone. So Winsale representing the occult communities here on Sims 4 Survivor. Winner pick. I do think Kennedy is in the best spot. I think she could win. Although that idol play was wonky, I think she is probably in the best spot. I think Winsale could win. He does have these 2 different alliances. He is in a pretty good spot as well. Finley could also win, since he does now have this new alliance with Sharon and Sandy, so he technically has the most power in the game at the moment. But I do think Finley, Kennedy, and Winsale are going to be the final 3 of the season, and we'll just see where the season takes us, I guess. It's still really anybody's game. I don't think anything is locked in. I do think these 3 are gonna be pretty locked in, but I do think other people have some room to maneuver. We also have Rashida and Kennedy. They reunite, so that could be a wrench into the plans of this trio. Although Rashida might just rejoin them. I don't know. On the tribe, what's happening? We got Sharon with an idol, and we do have an idol hidden. Kennedy and Rashida, they are back together. They have an unbreakable relationship. We have the trio of Finley, Kennedy, and Winsale, and then we got the trio of Finley, Sandy, and Sharon. Urab still hates Sarah. Sarah only with a strong dislike toward Urab, but still, they don't like each other. Luke and Kennedy with a strong bond. Kennedy and Finley with a strong bond. Winsale and Kennedy with a strong bond. Yeah, like, look at this social game. This is crazy. Now we got Sharon and Barry with a strong bond. Winsale and Finley with a strong bond. Urab and Rashida with a strong dislike. And then Sharon and Finley with a medium bond. I think Urab could be a consensus merge boot here. Immunity goes to Winsale and Rashida. So this is a last man, last woman thing. Congrats to them. They're going to be safe tonight. Back on the beach. What is happening there? We got Clifford and Sharon bonding slightly. All right. Clifford may be trying to fix his game a little bit. I mean, he has nothing left anymore since Ben abandoned him. Maybe just making sure he's not going to be the merge boot here. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the clearance tribe here, the merge tribe at their first tribal. It's Barry, Ben, Clifford, Finley, Kennedy, Luke, Rashida, Sandy, Sarah, Sharon, Urab, and Winsale. Rashida and Winsale, they have necklaces. They cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Clifford. One vote Clifford. Next vote goes to Sarah. One vote Clifford and one vote Sarah. Next vote goes to Sarah. Two votes Sarah, one vote Clifford. And the next vote goes to Sarah. We got 3 votes Sarah, 1 vote Clifford. And the next vote goes to Sarah. 4 votes Sarah, 1 vote Clifford. And the next vote goes to Clifford. 4 votes Sarah, 2 votes Clifford. And the next vote goes to Sarah. 5 votes Sarah, 2 votes Clifford. And the next vote goes to Clifford. 5 votes Sarah, 3 votes Clifford. And another one for Clifford. We got 5 votes Sarah, 4 votes Clifford, and 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Sarah. 6 votes Sarah, 4 votes Clifford, and 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Clifford. We got 6 votes Sarah, 5 votes Clifford, 1 vote left. It could be a tie, but it is not. The 9th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade, first member of the jury. It's Sarah. Sarah, the tribe has spoken. I think Clifford just saved himself by talking to Sharon back at camp. Maybe it was going to be a toss-up between the two of them, Clifford and Sarah, and he was able to convince Sharon to keep him. Sharon then probably went to Winsale and Finley and was like, okay, we should keep him. We should keep him, right? Or not Winsale, Sandy and Finley. So yeah, well played by Clifford. Sarah, though, she just had really nothing going on. Makes sense that she gets taken out here. Did think it was going to be Urab. It could still be him in the next episode. He's not really doing anything and everybody hates him. But yeah. It is Ben, Clifford, Finley, Sandy, Sharon, Urab, and Winsale who vote for Sarah. Barry, Kennedy, Luke, Rashida, and Sarah vote for Clifford. So yeah, Sharon, Finley, and Sandy. That's the trio. Clifford does save himself by coasting on up to Sharon and making sure that she gets her allies to vote for Sarah. Very nicely done. We're going to move on to episode 9. We got the final 11 here. On the beach, what's happening? Alliances are the same. Rashida and Kennedy with an unbreakable relationship. So do Luke and Kennedy now. Winsale and Kennedy with a strong bond. Kennedy and Finley with a strong bond. Sharon and Finley with a strong bond. Sharon and Barry with a strong bond. Look at Sharon. Suddenly with a really good social game. Then we got Winsale and Finley with a strong bond. Urab and Rashida still don't like each other. Luke and Finley don't like each other. And Clifford and Barry still don't like each other. All stemming from that one fight they had in the post-swap portion of the game. Reward is going to go to this group of people here. Ben, Finley, Rashida, Urab, and Winsale. And Luke, he does not participate, but he gets to bet on one of the tribes, or one of the groups, and he guesses correctly, so he also gets a reward. Good for him. But immunity goes to Winsale again. 2 for 2 for Winsale. Maybe he should be managing his threat level a little bit more, but whatever. He is kind of in the majority at the moment, so it's fine. Clearance. What is happening on the beach? We've got Ben and Clifford with a minor disagreement. Rashida and Winsale, they bond strongly. Okay. That makes sense. They were allied in the pre-swap portion of the game. And then Sandy impressing the rest of the team, and she decides to form an alliance. It is Barry, Luke, Sandy, Sharon, and Winsale. Sort of a random group of people. Sandy and Sharon, they were together in that trio with Finley. So it makes sense that they link up. They were also on a tribe with Luke and Winsale, on a swap tribe with them. And Sharon is also like bonding with Barry. She has a good relationship with him. So yeah, Guess that makes sense, but look what's happening to him. He's working hard at camp. So is this going to be the new majority alliance? Are they going to control the game from now on? They're probably going to control today's vote, in which case I think it's just Ura probably, maybe Clifford, maybe Ben. I mean, if Barry gets to control the vote, then he will definitely want to take out Clifford, right? Anyway, let's go to Tribal. Clearance Tribe, but back at Tribal, we got Windsail with the necklace cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is. Time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I will read the votes. First vote goes to Rashida. 1 vote, Rashida. Second vote goes to Urap. 1 vote, Rashida, and 1 vote, Urap. Next vote goes to Ben. We got 1 vote, Ben, 1 vote, Rashida, and 1 vote, Urap. Next vote goes to Ben. 2 votes, Ben, 1 vote, Rashida, and 1 vote, Urap. And the next vote goes to Rashida. 2 votes, Ben, 2 votes, Rashida, 1 vote, Urap. Next vote goes to Rashida. 3 votes, Rashida, 2 votes, Ben, 1 vote, Urap. And the next vote goes to Urap. We got 3 votes, Rashida, 2 votes, Ben, 2 votes, Urap, and 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Rashida. 4 votes, Rashida, 2 votes, Ben, 2 votes, Urap, 3 votes left. It could still be anybody. Next vote goes to the 10th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade, second member of the jury. It's Rashida. Rashida, the tribe has spoken. Kind of surprised that she takes the hit over any of these men. They are more disliked, but I guess maybe like Windsail told his alliance that Rashida and Kennedy have a final 2 and they wanted to split them up. That's possible. Windsail, of course, doesn't want Kennedy to split off from him either. So that does kind of check out. Either way, I thought Rashida was going to be fine because she was like bonding with Windsail. So I thought they would link back up together, but I guess he was like fine to let go of her because I'm sure he voted for her. It is Barry, Ben, Clifford, Luke, Sandy, Sharon, and Urap who vote for Rashida. And then Finley and Windsail vote for Ben. Okay, so Windsail does not vote for her. So he's kind of blindsided here. Okay, interesting. Kennedy and Rashida, they vote for Urap. That's kind of weird that Kennedy and Finley and Windsail, the trio, they don't vote together. Maybe Windsail gets kind of blindsided here because he is not let in on the vote by this newly formed alliance. That's interesting. We're at episode 10. We got the final 10. On the page, Ben finds the idol. Good for him. Honestly, he is not in the best spot. He might very much need that idol. Alliances are a little changed now. We got Finley, Kennedy, and Windsail in their final 3. That's still going strong. Finley, Sandy, and Sharon are in a final 3 still. And then we got the new Sandy Alliance. It is Barry, Luke, Sandy, Sharon, and Windsail. And then, of course, Kennedy and Rashida, their final 2. That is done now. Unbreakable relationships. We got Luke and Kennedy. We got Windsail and Sandy. Sandy and Luke. And then Windsail and Kennedy as well. So Sandy suddenly with a really strong game. What is happening? She was invisible for like most of this game. Suddenly at the merge is ramping up. Is she gonna Erica her way to the end? Maybe. We got Kennedy and Finley with a strong bond. Sharon and Finley with a strong bond. Windsail and Finley with a strong bond. And then Sharon and Barry with a strong bond. Clifford and Barry still don't like each other. And Urap and Clifford with a medium bond. Okay. That's kind of random, but okay. Finley has a very strong social game. Everybody seems to like him. So he could be the winner still. He does have 2 very strong final 3s. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Reward is going to go to this group of people here. Barry, Ben, Finley, Kennedy, and Urap. And immunity is going to go to Finley. Good for him. He's probably in a decent enough spot, so I don't think he really needed it. But he was on the bottom, He did not vote correctly in the last episode. So not a bad shout to get the immunity here. On the beach, we got these idols. We got Ben and Sandy with a minor disagreement. Kennedy has a major meltdown. Oh no. She is so mad that she got blindsided and her number 1 in the game was voted out. Them's the breaks, Kennedy. It happens. And this alliance, what's happening? Sandy's out. Wow. She was like, I've made my own thing. I don't need you guys anymore. Although she's still working with Sharon. She's not working with Finley anymore though. But there's a new alliance. It is Clifford, Kennedy, Luke, and Sandy. What is Sandy doing? She is suddenly just like the power player of the season. That's so weird. I don't know what happened. But this alliance is so random though. Like, why is Sandy bringing in these people? She doesn't really have a relationship with any of them. Kennedy and Luke kind of make sense. They have that unbreakable relationship. So maybe they're forming this. They decide to bring in Clifford and Sandy into this alliance. I don't know. Probably. Where at Tribal, we got Finley with a necklace cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I will read the votes. The first vote goes to Ben. One vote Ben. If he goes out with an idol in his pocket like Dante, that would be crazy. Next vote goes to Urap. One vote Ben and one vote Urap. And the next vote goes to Urap. 2 votes Urap, 1 vote Ben. Next vote goes to Urap. 3 votes Urap, 1 vote Ben. And the next vote goes to Urap. 4 votes Urap, 1 vote Ben. And the next one goes to Urap. 5 votes Urap, 1 vote Ben. Wow, just a unanimous vote here, apparently. And the 11th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade, 3rd member of the jury. It is Urap. Urap, the tribe has spoken. This was the consensus boot that I felt was inevitable for him. I did think it was going to happen just straight up at the merge, but he survived like 3 episodes, so good for him. But eventually that caught up with him. He's gone now. Makes a lot of sense. Nobody really cared for him. Nobody really had a stake in his game. So yeah, it is unanimous against Urap. Urap votes for Ben, and he's gone. Episode 11, we got the final 9 here. We have these 2 idols. We have now a bit of a change in alliances because Finley and Sharon are in a final 2 now. We got Clifford, Kennedy, Luke, and Sandy in their 4-person thing now. I do not think this is going to last for another episode, to be honest. I mean, maybe a version of this, but I don't think Sandy is loyal to this. I don't think Clifford is loyal to this. Also, I forgot Luke is also in this 5-person thing. That could be why Luke and Kennedy are bringing Sandy into this. Probably. But Clifford is a random tag along. Maybe they just saw that Clifford has really nothing going on, so they were like, well, he could be a number for us. Let's bring him in. Unbreakable relationships are the same, it seems. Luke and Kennedy, Wenzel and Sandy, Sandy and Luke. And didn't Kennedy have another unbreakable relationship? Yeah, one with Wenzel. That's a strong bond now. Wenzel and Finley have a strong bond. Sharon and Finley have a strong bond. Sharon and Barry with a strong bond. And then we got Clifford and Barry with a medium dislike. Luke and Finley with a medium dislike also. And Sharon and Sandy with a medium bond. Reward goes to not Sandy. She has a guess and she guesses incorrectly. So it is Ben, Finley, Kennedy, and Sharon. They get Gulliver's Travels. Great. But immunity goes to Sandy. I'm not sure why there's no challenge. This is probably because there was the double quit probably in this episode, or this is the substitute episode for that. I don't know, but on clearance, what's happening? We got Clifford and Sandy bonding slightly. Okay, they are now in this new alliance. They decide to test out the water, see if they are compatible allies, and it seems that that is the case. And then Sharon is injured, but she's fine. Don't worry about it. Who's going out here? I think Ben is going to get the votes and probably going to play an idol. All right, we got the final 9 here at Tribal. We got Sandy with the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Ben. 1 vote Ben. Next vote goes to Clifford. 1 vote Ben and 1 vote Clifford. And the next vote goes to Ben. 2 votes Ben, 1 vote Clifford. And the next vote goes to Clifford. 2 votes Ben and 2 votes Clifford. And the next one goes to Ben. 3 votes Ben and 2 votes Clifford. And the next one goes to Clifford. We are tied again. 3 votes Ben, 3 votes Clifford, and 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Ben. 4 votes Ben, 3 votes Clifford. And the next one goes to Clifford. We're tied again. 4 votes Ben, 4 votes Clifford, and 1 vote left. And the 12th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade, 4th member of the jury, is Clifford. Clifford, the tribe has spoken. I think Sandy and Luke kind of got blindsided here, maybe. Maybe their alliance went against them and voted Clifford out here. And maybe they brought in like Finley and Windsail or something. I don't know, but kind of strange that he gets the boot here over Ben. Although if they had voted Ben, Ben probably would have just played the idol. Yeah, it was probably going to be Clifford either way. But yeah, let's look at this vote breakdown. What happened? It is Ben, Finley, Kennedy, Sharon, and Windsail who vote for Clifford. Okay, Kennedy was in this alliance with Clifford. Votes him out. Whoa. Savage Kennedy. Then we got Barry, Clifford, Luke, and Sandy who vote for Ben. That is Clifford, Luke, and Sandy, the alliance. And Barry tags along to that for some reason. Very interesting move by Kennedy. Maybe she is undermining Sandy's game. She sees that she is going to be the one to beat here, and she doesn't want to give her Clifford. She saw them at the beach bonding, and she was like, no, this woman has too much power in the game right now. Interesting move by Kennedy. We're going to move on to episode number 12. We got the final 8 here. I do think Kennedy is still going to win. Because this like trio, they've been very low key, but they just pulled off this move. I think they are gonna kick it into high gear now and really go against this 5-person thing, which Winsell is actually a part of, but I don't think he's like actually a part of it. On the beach, what's happening? Has anything changed? We do have Clifford out of this alliance, otherwise not really anything changed. Unbreakable relationships, Kennedy and Luke, Winsell and Sandy, Sandy and Luke. Then we got Sharon and Finley now. Okay. Strong bonds are Winsell and Kennedy, Winsell and Finley. Then we got Sharon and Sandy, and Sharon and Barry. And then Luke and Finley with a strong dislike. Right, I forgot that they still hate each other. Which is kind of funny because Kennedy is working with both of them. Immunity goes to Ben. Congrats to him. Yeah, this is definitely filling in for the double quit. But Ben definitely needed that immunity because I think he would have gone out here, or I think he would have had to play his idol here. On the beach, what's happening? We got Sandy and Sharon. They bond strongly. We also have Ben and Sandy with a major fight. Maybe she let it slip that Ben was going to be the boot. But the alliance, what's happening? Kennedy. She is out of the Luke-Sandy-Kennedy alliance. She's like, I don't want to work with Sandy. She is no ally of mine. I see what she's doing. I need to go against her. Kennedy is making her move. Can it work? I don't know. We'll see. She can always pull Ben into a move here. Kennedy, Ben, Finley, and Winsell can do something. But that's just half the tribe. Either way, we're at tribal. We've got Ben with the necklace cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Sandy. 1 vote Sandy. Next vote goes to Finley. 1 vote Finley and 1 vote Sandy. And the next vote goes to Luke. 1 vote Finley, 1 vote Luke, 1 vote Sandy. And the next vote goes to Finley. We got 2 votes Finley, 1 vote Luke, 1 vote Sandy. And the next vote goes to Luke. 2 votes Finley, 2 votes Luke, and 1 vote Sandy. And the next vote goes to Luke. 3 votes Luke, 2 votes Finley, 1 vote Sandy. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Finley. 3 votes Finley, 3 votes Luke, 1 vote Sandy. It could be a tie, or it's going to be Finley or Luke here. And the 13th person, voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade, 5th member of the jury, is going to be Finley. Oh, Finley, that tribe has spoken. I spoke too soon. The trio, they are not going to do anything because they are now just a duo. Kennedy gets undermined by Sandy. She thought she had the upper hand, did not. And so Sandy takes out her ally, Finley, one of her closest allies. That is a huge blow to Kennedy. Is Sandy going to win this season? That would be kind of crazy. Also, I just realized that I cast so many people with like I or Y as last names. It is Barry, Ben, Luke, Sandy who vote for Finley. Finley, Sharon, and Winsell vote for Luke. Okay, Sharon does vote with them. Interesting. Kennedy is the Sandy vote. I think Kennedy was like, this is going to be our move. We're going to take out Sandy. She's out of here. No more, no more tyrant on this tribe. She is running this game. We need her gone. And Finley, Sharon, and Winsell were like, we don't really want to do that, actually. So we're going to take out Luke. Ben was probably supposed to vote with them, but instead, Barry, Luke, and Sandy pull in Ben into a Finley boot. Interesting. Sharon also not voting with Sandy. That's kind of huge. All right, we move on to episode 13. We got the final 7 here. So what's happening now? We have Kennedy and Winsell in a final 2, Luke and Sandy in a final 2. Then we got this 5-person thing, Barry, Luke, Sandy, Sharon, and Winsell. And then we got Ben by himself, pretty much. But he does have an idol. So does Sharon. She has just been holding on to it because she hasn't really needed it. Honestly, Sharon could win. I think she is in a very good spot. And it does seem like she has a mind for the game because she was like willing to cut bait on Luke here, willing to undermine Sandy a little bit. We got Sandy and Luke with an unbreakable relationship now that they're in a final 2. Luke and Kennedy have 1. Winsell and Sandy have 1. Sharon and Sandy have 1, and then Winsell and Kennedy have a strong bond. Sharon and Barry with a strong bond. Sandy and Barry with a medium bond. And then we got Sandy and Kennedy with a medium dislike. They hate each other. They are gunning for each other. They know that they are each other's #1 competition. It truly is battle of the giants here on Magnolia Promenade. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think Sharon is gonna be like the person who sneaks in there and just like as these two titans fight, she is able to just sneak past and take the victory in the aftermath, potentially, because she still has that idol. She has a bunch of bonds that Sandy and Kennedy do not. Like, she is bonding with these people that are sort of on the bottom, in like Ben, in Barry. Yeah, I'm kind of selling myself on a Sharon win here. We'd love to see it. Let's go to reward here. Ben, he wins reward, and he's going to take Winsale and Sharon on reward. Okay. But immunity goes to Barry. Okay, he is so purple. He has barely been on this season after his fight with Clifford. So yeah, he finally does something in the game. On the beach, Barry and Kennedy bond slightly, and Barry and Ben bond slightly also. So Barry finally decides to be a part of this game. Kennedy and Luke, they have a major fight. I think that makes sense. I mean, Kennedy just completely undermined his game. She tried to take out Sandy, which opened up her allies to potentially blindside Luke here. Or here in the last episode, I guess. Yeah, trouble in paradise. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 7 here. Barry has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Ben. One vote Ben. I think Ben has gotten at least 1 vote every single tribal at the merge. Next vote goes to Ben. 2 votes Ben. And the next vote goes to Ben. 3 votes Ben. And the next one goes to Kennedy. 3 votes Ben and 1 vote Kennedy. And the 14th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Magnolia Promenade, 6th member of the jury. It's Ben. Okay. Ben the tribe has spoken. He had an idol. This truly is the 46 of Sims 4 Survivor, because people are just going out with idols in the pocket. They are misplaying idols. Nobody really knows what they're doing. What a mess. What a mess. Really not sure why Ben is not playing this idol. I think he got like sort of blinded by the fact that Kennedy and Sandy had that like war happening, and maybe it was like, I think I can just like sneak past. I'll let them war it out, and then I'll hold on to my idol. I can play it at 6 or 5 or whatever. But unfortunately for Ben, the war is a cold one, and it is not happening yet. He gets blindsided here, voted out unanimously though. Ben throws a vote on Kennedy on his way out. Maybe he thought the vote was gonna be Kennedy and that Sandy was gonna rally the army against her, but she didn't do that. She just wanted Ben gone. We are on episode 14. We got the final 6 here. Surely this must be where the war starts, right? Because Kennedy and Sandy, they cannot be like hating on each other and not start shooting at each other. On the beach, what's happening now? Alliances are the same, pretty much, because Ben was not involved in anything. Unbreakable relationships, Winsale and Sandy, Sandy and Luke, Sharon and Sandy. And then we got Winsale and Kennedy with a strong bond, Sandy and Barry with a strong bond, Sharon and Barry with a strong bond also, Luke and Barry with a medium bond, Sandy and Kennedy with a mild dislike now. So that went down. Maybe because they worked together on this band boot, they were like, you know what, you're actually okay. I don't like dislike you. Winsale and Sharon with a small bond, and How the Mighty Have Fallen, Luke with a small bond toward Kennedy now. They did have an unbreakable relationship. Not anymore, not after that fight. They are going their separate ways, I think. Reward goes to Winsale. And look at this. He's going to take Kennedy and Sandy on reward. That's going to be a lively reward challenge. This is also loved ones, I think. Yeah. But immunity goes to Winsale again. 3rd win for him. Winsale has been very quiet pretty much since the merge. He's just been kind of ramping up these challenge wins, and otherwise it's just kind of chilling. I don't think he really knows what this game is all about. I think he just came here to have a good time. On the beach, what's happening? We got Sharon with Idol. She has to use it at this tribal, apparently. Okay. And then Luke and Sharon, they bond slightly. All right, let's go to tribal. We got the final 6 here. We got Winsale with the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Sharon stands up. She is going to play her idol on herself. Any votes cast against Sharon will not count. I will read the votes. The first vote goes to Kennedy. 1 vote Kennedy. Second vote goes to Barry. 1 vote Barry and 1 vote Kennedy. And the next one goes to Barry. 2 votes Barry, 1 vote Kennedy, and the next one goes to Kennedy. That is 2 votes Barry, 2 votes Kennedy, and 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Kennedy. 3 votes Kennedy, 2 votes Barry, 1 vote left. And the 15th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade, 7th member of the jury. It's Kennedy. Kennedy, the tribe has spoken. What a fun ride it was to have her on this season. She kinda ate the season up. But unfortunately for her, she got clocked by Sandy. Sandy suddenly decided that she was gonna be the main power player of the season and just took complete control of the game. Otherwise, I think Kennedy was like primed to win this game. She was in such a good spot. She had so many allies, but Sandy just undermined her at every turn. And so Kennedy's game is cut short here, but I really hope she's going to be the fan favorite. I think she should take it. It is Barry, Luke, Sandy, and Sharon who vote for Kennedy, and then Kennedy and Winsale vote for Barry. Of course, Winsale does vote with Kennedy since that is his number 1 in the game. But I think it's also a little bit of a sympathy vote because he must have known that the alliance that he's a part of was going to vote her out. All right, we've got the final 5 here entering the finale, and it is that 5-person alliance that was formed at the beginning of the merge. So that's kind of funny that they all made it here. I thought that was going to split apart, like for sure. We've got Barry Irving here, who is so purple. He has done nothing. He was relevant for 1 episode. 2 episodes, actually. He had that fight in that 1 episode. So I think he's just a goat to take to the end. And I really do not think he's winning. He does not have that like strong of a social game. Yeah, there's no way. That's it's not happening. We got Luke Vasquez, who I think could win, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't think he has the best social game outside of his alliance. I do think he's going to make it to the final 3 because I do think Sandy is going to take him to the final 3, but I don't think he's going to get the votes. He might get a few, but I don't think he'll have enough goodwill on the jury. There are a lot of people there that didn't really like him, like Finley, like Kennedy going out here with a pretty bad impression of him after their fight. I don't think Rashida is going to vote for him. So yeah, I do think he's going to make it to the end, but I don't think he's going to win. Then we got Sandy Brandenburg. She is definitely the most powerful player after the merge. Is she going to win? Probably. I don't know. I think she can take it. I do think it is a toss-up between her and Sharon. She has had a lot of good relationships, but I do think all of those good relationships are the people who are here. So they're not going to really be votes for her at the end, right? If like 2 of them are going to be at the end. So I do think it is possible that she just loses out because she neglected her relationships with the other people on the jury. We'll see, I guess. But we do have Sharon down. I think Sharon is probably the most likely winner at this point. She just is kind of a social queen. She was bonding with everybody. She has very strong relationships with a lot of the people that are on the jury now. And I think she just has to make it there. Is she going to do it? I don't know. She did kind of show her hand by trying to take out Sandy, or not Sandy, Luke. She did try to vote him out. So I think Luke and Sandy are kind of looking at her potentially. So she could be one of the casualties before Final Tribal Council. And then we got Winsale. Winsale could win. I think it would be a funny win. I think it'd be like if Aussie had won Cook Islands. Because he's just kind of been vibing. He's just kind of like doing his own thing. He's not really engaging with the game that much. He's been brought into alliances, but I don't think he's really been participating in the strategy that much. He's just been told who to vote, and he's done that. Otherwise, he's just like winning challenges. But he does have a lot of goodwill on the jury, so I think he could win. He could be like a Fabio winner. It is Nicaragua after all. All right, let's go to the beach. What's happening? This should tell us something because we do have Luke and Sandy. I think they're locked in. I think they are going to be in the final 3. Barry, Sharon, and Winsale, I think, are fighting for that 3rd spot. And it does seem like Winsale is gonna be probably the one. But everybody pretty much has an unbreakable relationship with Sandy. Also, everybody pretty much has an unbreakable relationship with Sharon, except for Luke. They have a small bond. And Winsale also actually only has a small bond with her. That's not great. Barry and Winsale also don't like each other. Sharon and Barry, they might try to do something, but they're gonna need Winsale, I think. And I don't think they're gonna get him. But maybe Sharon can like throw Winsale out, push him under the bus, and at 4, they can do something then? I don't know. Let's go to immunity. Sharon, she wins immunity. Wow. Pretty big win for her, I think. I think she could have gone out here. So this is pretty big. Pretty big for her. On the beach. Sharon and Winsale, they bond slightly. Look at that. She is priming him. She is trying to let him see like, hey, Luke and Sharon, we gotta get rid of them. They are going to the end together. no matter what. We have to be looking in that direction. This is going to be an interesting tribal. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 5 here. We got Sharon with the necklace cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. And it is time to vote. The first vote goes to Windsail. 1 vote, Windsail. Second vote goes to Barry. 1 vote Barry and 1 vote Windsail. And the next vote goes to Windsail. 2 votes Windsail and 1 vote Barry. And the next vote goes to the 16th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, Magnolia Promenade, 8th member of the jury. It's Windsail. Windsail, the tribe has spoken. I guess Sharon was not trying to get him to flip his vote. Maybe it was just jury management then. I do think it kind of makes sense to take him out here because he was winning all those challenges. He definitely could have won the final 4 immunity challenge and then just made it to the end with like 4 immunity wins. So that would have looked very impressive to a jury. I do also think he had a lot of strong relationships on the jury. He like had a very good relationship with Kennedy and Rashida and Finley. I did not think it was going to be a consensus boot though. So that's kind of interesting. And maybe Sharon is not like that worried about the final 4 vote because I think she has Barry locked in. So that is going to be 2. She is at worst going to make fire. And she probably like beats any of them, like Barry, Luke, and Sandy. I think she probably beats any of them, but Windsail would have been a different story potentially. So maybe this is a good move for her. It is a unanimous vote against Windsail. Windsail throws a vote on Barry and he's gone. All right, we got the final 4 here. Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We definitely have 2 duos. We got Barry and Sharon and then Luke and Sandy. And I do not think there is any way that these will split up. So I think we are for sure going into fire. On the beach, what's happening? Pretty much just unbreakable relationships, except Sharon and Luke with a small bond, Luke and Barry with a strong bond, everybody else with unbreakable relationships. All right, but immunity, who is going to take it? It is Sharon! Whoa! Wow, she is really killing it in the finale here. Honestly, if she doesn't win, I'll be disappointed. I think she has played such a smart game. On the beach, Barry and Sandy, they find something in common. Maybe Sandy is like, okay, don't vote for me. Vote for Luke. Take him out. It's fine. But I do think she is going to vote for Barry, but we'll see. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 4 here. We got Sharon with the necklace locked in for final tribal council. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And the first vote is going to go to Luke. 1 vote Luke. And the second vote goes to Barry. 1 vote Barry, 1 vote Luke. Third vote goes to Sandy. Oh, what? Okay, we got 1 vote Barry, 1 vote Luke, 1 vote Sandy, 1 vote left. Did Sharon just flop this? Maybe. The 17th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Magnolia Promenade, 9th member of the jury, is going to be Barry. Barry, the tribe has spoken. What was that? What was that? Maybe Sharon was like fine going to the end with the duo and she like just didn't want to like vote against Barry and make him bitter on the jury, potentially. I don't know. But I think this was a mistake. I think send Sandy into fire or Luke, send somebody into fire. Because Barry, he was never going to win. He was a goat to take to the end. But either way, she kind of lets Barry go here. It is Luke and Sandy voting for Barry. Barry throws a vote on Luke. And Sharon throws a vote on Sandy. Interesting. All right, anyway, let's go to Final Tribal Council. We've got the final 3 here. We got Luke Vasquez, we got Sandy Brandenburg, and Sharon Down. They all plead their case for why they should win. And the 9-person jury, which is not great because this could be a tie then, they all ask their questions, then they cast their vote, and it is time to crown another Sims 4 Survivor winner. No matter who wins, I just don't want it to be a tie. The first vote goes to Sharon. 1 vote, Sharon. Second vote goes to Luke. 1 vote Sharon, 1 vote Luke. And the third vote goes to Sandy. We got 1 vote for all 3 of them. Fourth vote is going to go to Sandy. We got 2 votes Sandy, 1 vote Luke, 1 vote Sharon. And the 5th vote goes to Sharon. 2 votes Sharon, 2 votes Sandy, 1 vote Luke. And the 6th vote goes to Sharon. 3 votes Sharon, 2 votes Sandy, 1 vote Luke. And the 7th vote goes to Sandy. We are tied again. We got 3 votes Sandy, 3 votes Sharon, and 1 vote Luke. And the 8th vote goes to Sharon. 4 votes Sharon, 3 votes Sandy, 1 vote Luke. So thankfully, not a tie. And the 9th and final vote goes to Sandy. So we are tied between Sandy and Sharon, meaning that Luke is going to vote for the winner. And the winner of Sims 4 Survivor Magnolia Promenade is Sandy. That is so unfortunate. I was very much rooting for Sharon, but congratulations, Sandy. She nonetheless played a very powerful game. She was the power player. It does make sense that she comes out of this as the winner. I just think Sharon played a better game, to be honest. But, you know, Sharon, she does fumble at the end. Like, imagine if Barry had been there. Barry would have hands down voted for Sharon. So she does make a game-losing mistake in the final four. And with that, Sandy does end up taking the crown. The vote breakdown, it is Rashida, Sarah, Urab, Minsale, who vote for Sandy. Then Barry, Ben, Clifford, and Finley vote for Sharon. And then Kennedy throws a vote on Luke. That is strange. Not sure why she does that. She definitely had a stronger relationship with Sharon, I think. But maybe it was like a vote of respect. She knew that the jury was not gonna vote for Luke, and he was her like closest ally for a very long time. So she was like, I'm gonna throw him a bone here. I'm gonna give him one vote, and then he can pick the winner. It's fine. But the fan favorite is gonna be Rashida. Not really sure how I feel about that. I guess why not? She was fine. I don't think she was like all that compelling, but whatever. I think Kennedy should have got it, but it's fine. But there you have it. That's going to be our season here. We got in 20th place, Monte Tortellini. In 19th, Lane Chambers. In 18th, Nathaniel Teal. In 17th, Evelyn Gansey. In 16th, Veronica Summerfield. In 15th, Dante. In 14th, Janie Doris. In 13th, Tess Dyer. In 12th, Sarah Chavez-Ralston. In 11th, Rashida Valentine. In 10th, Urab Hiran. In 9th, Clifford Soren. In 8th, Finley Hudson. In 7th, Ben Short. In 6th, Kennedy Harp. In 5th, Windsale. In 4th, Barry Irving. In 3rd, Luke Vasquez. Our runner-up, Sharon Down. And our winner, Sandy Brandenburg. Most immunity wins are Windsale. Oh, actually, he did have 4, because I got that one in the pre-merge. I forgot about that. We got Sharon with 2. Then we got Barry, Ben, Finley, Rashida, Sandy, and Sarah all getting 1. Most votes received was Clifford with 17. We got Urab with 15. Ben and Luke had 13. Barry got 8. Nathaniel, Rashida, Sarah, and Veronica got 7. Dante, Lane, and Monday had 6. Kennedy and Tess got 5. Finley, Janie, and Winsale got 4. And then Evelyn, Sandy, and Sharon all had 2. Most strategic is Sandy, number 1. I agree with that. Winsale, number 2. No, definitely not. Sharon, number 3. Let's move Sharon up to number 2. And I think we're going to put Kennedy, number 3. But I guess we could also put Luke there. I don't know. I do think Kennedy is going to eke him out a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Kennedy. But there you have it. That is our season. All hail our current reigning Sandy Brandenburg. She definitely had like an Erica-esque win here. She was so invisible in the pre-merge, then just out of nowhere showed up in the merge and took complete control of the game. Nicely done, Sandy. Next season is going to be 47. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's going to be still the new era, so still like newbie cast and still something. I don't know. We'll see. I am going to bring back either Jane Adam or Agora Chotsky. Is that her name? I think that's her name. One of the premates from Adventure Awaits. So that's a little sneak peek. The other one will be on 48 then. So yeah, that was a fun season. I will see you guys in the next one when I get to that one. Goodbye.